Morning, sir. Is it new settings, sir? Only host can see the camera.
No, why? I have not made any changes to.
No, sir. I got notification. Only host and co-host can see the participants. Others cannot see.
Good morning. Even I got that notice. Yeah.
Yeah, only you and Niti ma'am, Vetri sir can see the videos. We cannot see.
That's very funny because I've never made. Maybe Zoom has done something. Never mind. So good morning, everybody, and let's start the new session.
Now change, sir.
Great, fantastic.
Okay, I clicked something wrong. Sorry.
Okay, so very well, third time, very, very warm welcome. Session number 631 on 4th of January. Very significant month for me, I can tell you that. I'm crossing another milestone this year. So everybody knows what that is. So today, I want to talk to you about a very, very significant interference. But before I talk about the interferer, I would request one of you, preferably Shakti, to tell everybody what is the purpose of the Empowering Morning Conversations and why do we come here every morning? Shakti, did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, we are positivity warriors. We are spreading positivity and influence others. Every day we are here to shift our default mode to creation mode. In everyday life, we are facing a lot of negativity and stuff. We want to handle that. This is the place we are giving a lot of tools how to handle the interference. So we are here, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Anybody else wants to repeat? Let's have another version of it. Let's ask some of the new people. Or maybe, yeah, Rashmi. Let's have your take on it. Why Empowering Morning Conversations?
So good morning, everyone, to this beautiful morning. The purpose of the Empowering Morning Conversations, in my opinion, is to start a dialogue and to really be in inquiry mode and questioning mode with the sole purpose of being able to lead a life of ease, joy, and glory and see what it is that is coming in our way.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much. And let's ask Abhinav. Abhinav, can you hear me?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning. So what is Empowering Morning Conversation? Why should people come to it?
Yes. See, in our life, there are moments when we are very positive, and there are times when we are negative. There are times when we are motivated, and there are times when we are not motivated. There are times when we are happy, and there are times when we are not happy. And all this is very accidental. So how to ensure that you're always happy, motivated, and inspired? So EMC is that platform which will ensure that you are happy and inspired and motivated, by design and not, by accident.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I like that, by design and not by accident. Sagar,
Yeah.
Sagar Acharya is there from Nepal. So let's ask him. Okay, Sabino, Daniel says, live in a way that you can feel more comfortable with your life. So that's beautiful. Mr. Sagar Acharya, what is EMC and why should people be coming to it?
Sir, EMC is empowering morning conversation. Somehow it helps to come out of your default mode and helps to be in creative mode. In this conversation, we came to learn various tools and techniques so we can always be awesome. Thank you. Wonderful.
And Sagar, when you come out of the bathroom, you can come on camera. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing what you did just now. So that's very, very important, the point which Sagar made. Everything you said all of you, whatever you said, that's true. But at the base of it, I mean, my agenda is we have a life where we live a life we desire. Okay. We get out of the default mode. So what is the default mode? Default mode, as you know, is the survival mode. And often people will say, what is the survival mode? I am not surviving. But when you dig a little deep into their life, you'll find that 90% or more than 90% activities every day are automatic. Automatic means what? Habitual. So that's the default mode. If you're doing 90% of your actions out of habit and your thinking is out of habit, everything is a habit. That's the default mode. And the default mode was created for your survival only, to deal with everyday urgencies of life. So that you could automatically deal with them. So it's like an autopilot of our life. So, but when you are always living from your autopilot, then when are you going to use your brains to create something? So what is that? When we say create something, what does that mean? So suppose you are always going to walk on a treadmill only. Okay. Do you have time to create anything? You have to keep walking on the treadmill. Or like they say in India, Kolu ka bell. That fellow can only go round and round. Okay. So survival means things that we have to do. We need to do. For what? To survive. So survival is of many kinds, isn't it? One is survival of the body, like being alive, being healthy, that kind of survival. And there's a lot of our survival activity comes from being right. Long time back, maybe in 1972 or something, I read a book which said the purpose of the mind is survival. The purpose of the mind is survival of itself or what it considers itself to be. So the simple name for that is called ego. The purpose of the mind is survival of itself or whatever it considers itself to be. That means we are going to defend our points of view because that's survival. We want to preserve and defend our beliefs and our opinions. All survival. So very little creation will happen. So I want, see, we are now, all of us having a large network of relationships in our life. I think we meet a lot of people, or we have met a lot of people. How many people you remember, or how many people do you know who are creating their life? And what is it that you see them doing? I mean, what makes them different from everybody else? So I'd like a few of you to share on that. So you know people who are creating life. For example, we have a couple of gentlemen here and ladies here on our call itself who are creating life. Can you give me some examples? Yes, Roshni.
Doing something new, which is out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, so the question is, please give examples of people whom you know. Who are they and what do they? You don't have to take names, but there's somebody in your life, you know them, and what is it that they're doing? Or what's the way they are being?
Being open to experiences.
Okay, and what are they doing?
Just the way that if you can be open to different experiences, there is a more carefree attitude that they come towards.
So, and you can say that they are creating life?
Yes, definitely. Because taking each moment as a new moment, taking each experience as something new, even if it is a familiar event of brushing your teeth.
All right, good, great, fantastic. So how many people you know? Actually, we all know plenty
No.
of people.
I
Some
think
of them,
we are all creators. I think all of us are creators
yeah,
in our
really?
everyday life, but not all the time.
But there are some people we know who are creators all the time until they grow up. Do you remember who those people are? They are creators. They're creating every moment of their life, and then they grow up and they become like us. Yeah, why don't you open your mic and say it to everybody, Hiral ji? सबको बताइए.
She is doing oil pulling, can't open mouth.
Huh?
Kirelji is doing some oil pulling, she can't open and speak.
Okay. Coconut oil in the mouth. I got it. So she said something very beautiful. I'll read it out to you. People who are not bothered because of their age or anything, and they are just doing something, whatever they choose to do. Okay. So is something happening that you are not able to unmute your mics or something like that? I don't hear people. I'm seeing people putting their stuff on the chat. Like Hiralji cannot talk because she's doing something. I know that. What about the others?
We can, sir. No problem.
Yes, sir. Ready, Garu.
Even children is the creative people, sir, always.
Absolutely. Yes, Kasha, you can do what you want. I'm doing it anyway. So we both can do it. Go ahead. Should be very interesting. So one of the things which Rashmi said, keep in mind, we do it from time to time. Okay. So if you look at, or if you audit your time, and see what are you doing all day, every day, how much creation is happening in that? If you look at your conversations with people, how much of creation is happening in that? Every conversation is an opportunity to create a new possibility for yourself and others, if you wish. But do we look at conversations like that? So how many people in your life do you talk to every day? Do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10?
At least 10.
Right? So 10 possibilities to create something in those little talks. See, most of them will be transactional. What if you make them a little bit more than transactional? I try and do it all the time, even with our security guards in our building, And they're so happy to see me, generally. Because where I'm coming from is what can I create for this guy in my brief interaction with him? Okay, so getting out of the survival mode means going and doing something extra that you would normally not do. Like creating something means, well, I can create one person being happy. I can create one person having a smile on his face. I can create so many things. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. Just to remind you that empowering morning conversation helps you to remember that you can create instead of survive. And so many things will come out of it when you start thinking about it. जब आप उसको सोचना शुरू करोगे तो कई संभावनाएं निकल के आ जाएंगी. Today I want to talk to you about something which we do quite a lot. And today we will do it consciously just to see and become aware about what we do. So I'm going to do a little eyes closed exercise because it helps you to concentrate. So please close your eyes. And the first thing which we are going to do is find out right and wrong. Okay? Our mind is doing this right wrong business all the time. So in your life, what do you think is right? So we should do it because it's right. And what do you think is wrong? Right? Wrong. What is right about you? What is wrong about you? What is right about people? What is wrong about people? What is right about situations? What is wrong about situations? Now let's get into good and bad. Okay? According to you, what is good? What is good? Who is good? What is good? What is bad? Who is good? Who is bad? What kind of situation is good? What kind of situation is bad? Now let us look at agree and disagree. Okay, what are the things that you agree with? What are the people? Who are the people you agree with? What is it that you disagree with? Do the exercise of enough. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? So keep thinking about what you think is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. What is it that you agree with? What is it that you disagree with? And let it come out. You know, we are doing it unconsciously all the time. I want you to consciously do it. What is right? What is wrong? What is good? What is bad? How much we will say agree and disagree. Okay, not okay. All right, you can open your eyes now. Thank you for doing the exercise. All right, so if any of you has some insights or realizations, you can put your hand up and I will ask you to speak. Yes, Abhinav. Please go ahead, Abhinav.
Sugdeepak, I have a question rather. What I saw about myself was that you know I can I can grant space to myself and others. So even if someone doesn't agree, it is all right with me. And yes, I have got some purane zamane ka old times kind of value systems that one should take care of the family, be a nice person, all that, which is very much part of our, culture, typical that I have. I've seen that one thing, whenever you say disagree, don't like, one thing which came up is, I have a major issue with people, who were whom I supported when they needed me, and today because they are very happy or because they have plenty of money that they ignore me. And yet, I was reading about Amitabh Bachchan, the guy who gave him the first movie role. Amitabh Bachchan hardly did anything for him. Madonna, the record company which launched her for the first time, the moment she was struggling, and the first record company which gave her the label, the moment she got a better label, she just brought them like hot potatoes, and did not even talk about it. So this is how life is, and yet I'm not okay about it.
Yeah, when
How
you
can
said
she
that,
do
there
that? How can
there
Amitabh
are,
Bachchan do that?
listen. See, just
Mhm.
notice that how you are a magnet to see such things.
Yeah.
For example, you said that there are a lot of people whom you helped when they were not
Yes.
in a good shape.
Yes.
And then once they are doing well, they ignore you. Right?
Absolutely.
Is it really true?
Yes. They don't even pick up my call sometimes. Don't call back. Yeah.
But that's not the truth, what you're saying, Abhinav. Because all people are not like that, right?
All people are not like that. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
so then,
all are like that. I, some are like that, and I have major
exactly.
problem with those some people.
Yeah. So 1 minute, hold on. So now you notice that you started by saying people are like that. Now you are saying some are like that. Now, how come we
Yes, some are
remember
like that.
only
Yeah.
those? So listen, how is it that we only remember those people who are not right, according to you? And we don't remember the people who are right. For example, everybody doesn't ignore you. I never ignored you.
Yes.
I'm sure there are many other people like me in your life.
Absolutely.
Right? So how come we only remember? So do you notice this whole polarity business, which we have right, wrong, good and bad? Ye achhe, ye achhe nahi hai. These are good people. These are not good people. I agree with these people. I don't agree with these people. See, I'm not saying you should do like this or not. That's up to you.
Yeah.
See, whatever we are doing, right, wrong, good, bad, agree, disagree, all that. Just see how much of life gets excluded because of that. For example, if you are thinking people are like this only, then how many people you will allow to come into your life? Suppose I think that all people are cheats. Like I know one guy who runs a very big company, and the company also got pushed because he believed that all people are cheats. सब मेरे employee चोर है, सब झूठे हैं, that kind of thing. Okay. So two things can happen. You think about it. If you think like that, will you attract more of these negative people in your life so that you can be right? And how many of the genuinely good people you will ignore only? When they come into your life, you'll say, "Nahi, ye sab sare kharab hai. I don't want them in my life." So my question is, how many doors we will close? See, what we do or not do, that is our choice. But let us look at the implications of it. Implications समझते हैं, परिणाम क्या प्रभाव होता है इसका? If all the time I'm doing right, wrong, good, bad, and I agree and I don't agree, and this is better and that is not better, these kind of people are good and that kind of people are not good. If I'm doing that all the time, how much are we closing? Are we opening receiving? Are we closing receiving? Think about that. So my question, one question to you is, did you do the exercise completely? Or at some point you got triggered and you started thinking on some people only? पूरी एक्सरसाइज की आपने अभिनव जी?
हाँ, मैं पूरी I did the full exercise, but I just got stuck. Whenever you said disagree, dislike, or
Yeah.
don't agree, I was just stuck on such people. And you are
Yeah.
right, I have stopped now interacting with people much.
Yeah, so that is the main point I want to make to everyone,
Hello.
that when we start doing this, what we are doing, na, right, wrong, good, bad, and all, we will get stuck somewhere or the other. Now, what gets stuck? Kya stuck ho raha hai? Our attention is getting stuck. Our attention units are getting stuck here, there, and everywhere. Stuck where? In doing right, wrong, good, bad, agree, disagree, like, dislike, all that. It's getting stuck over there. But where should our attention be? हमारे ध्यान को होना किधर चाहिए? Where should my attention be? If my mind is all the time occupied with these things, if my attention is fixed on these things, then obviously it is not fixed where we should be fixing it, no? Where should I put my attention? मुझे अपना ध्यान किधर लगाना चाहिए, केंद्रित करना चाहिए? I should fix it on what I desire to create in my life, isn't it? Because if I desire something in my life, I will have to create it. If I desire something in my life, I'll have to keep my attention on that, isn't it? But when my mind is completely preoccupied with this right, wrong, good, bad, agree, disagree, this is good and this is not so good and blah, 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 then is my attention on what I desire? Shakti, you remember we had a conversation yesterday, okay? And you said, I tried this and I tried that and it didn't work. Because your mind was still fixed on, this is bad. This
Yes,
should
sir.
not have happened. You know, whatever happened with my friend, it should not have happened.
Yes.
So the mind is preoccupied with that, no, this is bad, it should not have happened.
Yes. Most
So
of the
it-
times I will be in that only instead of
Exactly.
focusing how I can fix it.
Exactly. So this is the
Yesterday
problem.
evening only it's open up. So I had some action point on that.
That is why, you know, having our attention in our control is a very, very important thing. Right? At least we should know, okay, look, I think this is a default mode, this judging, you know, right, wrong, good, bad, agree, disagree. It's a default mode. The brain works like that. We live in a world of polarities. But the moment you notice it, no, you say, my attention is going there. I don't want it to go there. I want my attention where? To find solutions. I want my attention where? To fulfill my desires. Where should my attention be? To achieve my goals. Where should my attention be? To do the right action so I can get the right results. But if you see mentally, right, suppose your mind is capable of 100 and 80 is occupied only with right, wrong, good, bad, and all that stuff. Only 20 is remaining for you to focus on your objectives. So how many of our objectives will we create? I think it's time for us to one day revise that, you know, when I talk about the three minds, okay? Now, when we are doing all this right, wrong, good, bad, and all that, which brain do you think is active? Brain number 1 or brain number 2? Yeah. And it's very interesting that when this 2 sees something bad, it triggers a reaction also. Right? When this right, wrong, good, bad, agree triggers what? Impulse, like Rashmi is fond of saying.
Yeah. So one more thing I just want to add here. We are judging. On top of that, we are assuming that we are so vulnerable and we are so open and go and tell that. We are thinking that I am vulnerable. So I need to tell what I'm thinking.
If I say that, then I'll be vulnerable.
Yes.
Because we are not saying it, because we feel that if we say it, then we'll be hurt or something like that.
Yes.
All right, very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, Sagar, go ahead. Sagar, you had your hand raised. So do you want to say something?
Yes, sir. For me, sir, there are few right and wrong, and I think that is very true for me, that something are right, something are wrong, and something is okay and something are not okay. For me, if I have to say something that what is wrong, that sleeping all in the morning till 10 p.m. is wrong. So I have to wake up at 5. So this is something I am not able to do. So I'm changing my place, and I feel now so uncomfortable now. I'm changing a place and changing the environment so I can grow. So I am feel so uncomfortable that I am changing place, and I feel somehow I don't know, I'm judging myself or what is this, but somehow I feel uncomfortable that I'm changing my comfort zone, and it's not I don't know, it's right or it's wrong, sir.
Yeah, okay. But did you follow the whole conversation till now?
Yes, I'm listening all this conversation.
Okay, very good. But listen, when you say that I am shifting my place and I'm feeling uncomfortable, obviously, because you're coming out of the comfort zone. No? Why is it called a comfort zone? उसको comfort zone क्यों बोलते हैं? उसमें हमको सुकून लगता है.
Yes.
Yeah, living by habit is very comfortable, no? So when you
Alright.
want to change something, but listen, it's a good thought. All of you think about it. Can you change something even if you're not saying right, wrong, good and bad? So if I sleep the whole day, I have less time available to do what I want to do. So it's got nothing to do with good and bad. Consequence is not acceptable to you. कि भाई सारा दिन सोऊंगा तो टाइम कहाँ है मुझे कुछ करने के लिए? I don't have time to do anything. So I can make another choice. But moment you say good and bad and say, oh, it's bad, I'm sleeping the whole day. Now you added one more kachara in your brain. You know what is that? It's called guilt. Okay? Now, for example, in your system of values, if you borrowed some money and you never returned it, it's bad, right? That's what you think. I'm not saying it's good or bad or whatever. But if you think it's bad, you are feeling guilty. Now, has the guilt made you do the right action? No. So what is the better action? Nothing to be guilty about. Jo ho gaya, so ho gaya. Now what? So you can put your attention on what you want to do. If you are feeling guilty, you will put your attention on what you want to avoid. You know? Sometimes we are feeling so guilty, we don't want to see our face in the mirror also. So I say, let us say we stop doing all this, right, wrong, good, bad. Maybe we can never stop it. Okay. But at least we can know that this is what my mind is doing. And even if my mind is doing all that, still, am I not doing things which I should not, according to me? I'm still judging, still I'm doing. And what if you stop doing this right, wrong, good, bad, agree, disagree? What possibility will open up? वो देखना है हमको. See, when we talk about create in life, okay? Create means what is the new possibility you will create? What is the new desire you can fulfill? What is the new choice we can make? By the way, Sagar, in all the access bars ads that we are giving, your name and telephone number is also appearing. Okay. So for Nepal, your name is there.
Thank you, sir.
And for Hong Kong, Shakti, your name is there. Leena's name is there for Bhopal. And Rama's name is there for Bangalore. And we are very happy to announce that even Kasha has taken his license. So he's an access bars facilitator now. So I have to ask him whether we should put his name for Chennai or for Bangalore. So once he tells us that, then he can be included in that. So coming back to our conversation. So right, wrong, good, bad, agree, disagree, and all this judging that we do, what are the implications of it in your life? Okay. If you become aware that you're doing it, at least, and you can stop. The moment you notice that you're doing it, you can stop. No? The moment I'm aware that, oh, I'm judging, I stop that. And I replace it with what? So one very simple sentence I'll tell you. The moment your mind says, this is wrong, you replace it with, well, this is what I think. You know, you can say, I think it is wrong. Now thoda free ho gaya. Are you getting that? Instead of saying, this is wrong, you can say, I think it is wrong. This is my interesting point of view. There is no right and wrong. I think it is wrong. There is no good and bad. I think it is bad. This is my interesting point of view. So some of the rigidity that we have will soften up, right? And just check and see what is it going to make possible in your life. Okay. So anybody wants to say anything at this point? Or do you want to dwell on it? Yes, Shakti?
So one question, sir. Sometimes I'm associating with my values and then I'm judging. Okay, this is against my value, so this is wrong. It's somehow strongly in my mind, it's registered. If somebody is doing against some stuff, it's like, oh, that is wrong.
Yeah. So what if we say that it is not, it is against my values?
Yes.
That's it. It is against my values.
Okay.
It may be okay in his values. Whether it's good or bad, at least you can say that in my values, this is bad. So I think it is bad. It is not is bad.
Okay.
I think it is bad. Is better than saying it is bad. Yeah. In my point of view, it is bad.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
See, what I'm interested in is that what kind of freedom becomes available to you and me when we stop doing all this. What is interesting for me is how much more will you achieve in your life? Because now your mind will be focused on what you desire rather than what you don't like and what is not good and what is this and what is that. Okay. For example, if I'm interacting with a person, okay, I can be judging him. Hey, he's a bad person. I don't like this person, blah, blah, blah. What is the possibility of that? A person is a person. So when I see the person as a person and I say, okay, in my opinion, he does certain things which are not okay. But he's not a bad person. I'm not even looking at good person or bad person. He's a person. Then my mind will focus on what can I and that person make possible in this world. Absolutely. जब कोई अच्छा नहीं है, कोई बुरा नहीं है, तो मेरे लिए वो एक संभावना है. तो मैं और ये सज्जन मिलके क्या नई संभावना क्रिएट कर सकता हूं. Okay? Let me give you an example. One more. Sagar, suppose you think you've done something wrong to someone. Okay? You'll be feeling guilty. Now, when you interact with that person, you will never think, yaar, this person and I can create new possibility in this world. Your brain will be more, yaar, I have to avoid this person. He's going to ask me something and I don't have answer for that. So I will avoid. So possibility that you and that person can create, that will go missing. No? Why it should? In fact, what we can do is we can even have a conversation and say, sir, ye gadbad ho gaya sa. So how can you and I fix it together? Show me how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. Ye bhi ho sakta hai. So when we stop this drama of right, wrong, good, bad, agree, guilt, blah, 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 all that, then every person that I meet, and if I'm not judging that person, I can create new possibilities with that person. No? You like it or not, the person is there in your life. You want that person to be in your life. You are connected with that person. The person is not going to disappear. And if that person is available, then that person is a part of the network of your support. So make use of that person. No? So if my judgment makes certain people useless to me, in other words, my judgment is making some people talents or skills, whatever they have, it's making it unavailable to me. Whose loss is it? Think about that. अगर मेरी जजमेंट्स जो हैं, जो मेरे लोग हैं मेरे जीवन में, उनके साथ नई संभावना बनाने की क्षमता छीन लेती है मुझसे, तो किसका नुकसान है? If my judgments are not allowing me to make use of the resources that are available to me, whose loss is it? That those people may not even care. You can live with your judgments. Who cares? You think the universe cares that you think something is right and something is wrong? Does the universe care whether you agree with something or you don't? It doesn't care. And seriously, do you care more about your judgments or do you care about what you desire? What is more important to you? Achieving your goals, fulfilling your desires, creating life, is that more important, or judging life and judging people is more important?
Fulfilling desires.
Anna? Very nice. So think about it, guys, and it's a wonderful thought to carry in the day. How much of this right, wrong, good, bad, agree, disagree, comparison, blah, blah, that's what I'm doing. So how much can I create today? So let's get some shairi in place. Daniel, does your Google Translator allow you to translate from Hindi to Spanish also? Because if it does, then this Kunen's shairi will be very useful. All right, Kunen Saab, over to you. Let's have some lovely shairi from you.
Very good morning, sir.
Morning.
There are two lines coming to my mind right now is that धूप में निकलो घटाओं में नहा कर देखो, धूप में निकलो घटाओं में नहा कर देखो, जिंदगी क्या है किताबों को हटा कर देखो. दो लाइनें आपके लिए.
What good translation will be, bathe in the sunlight, enjoy the breeze, okay? Live your life, get out of your books and live your life a little bit. Correct?
Right,
all
sir.
right, thank you. Vetrivel, we miss your Tirukural. You haven't said it for many days, we never asked you. You want to say some Tirukural today?
Oh, it's let me see my luck. Sir, I have something, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. It goes this way, very famous also. Enni tuniga karmam, tuninda bin ennom enpadu ilakku. Translation is, think and then date the deed. Who cry? Deed. We will think. This grace shall be. Explanation, I'll read explanation also. Consider and then undertake a matter. After having undertaken it, to say we will consider is folly. Meaning think and do, don't do and think.
Can you put that translation in the chat for everybody? Just
Definitely.
The translation of the Tirukural.
Definitely, sir.
So do it now. It is there with you, na? Copy paste it.
No, I'm doing it in mobiles using the app.
Okay, never mind. You do it, put it in the app then. All right.
Sure,
Thank you all. And before we close today's session, let's do some generation. Okay. So when I say 1, 2, 3, we will all laugh 100% without making a sound. So are you ready? So let me see you all on camera. 1, 2, 3, go. So let's carry this wonderful feeling throughout the day, all right? And whenever you remember, you can do this exercise again and again. It'll keep you happy. It will keep others around you happy also. That's important, isn't it? So if others around you are happy, it will reflect back on you. Remember, the world is a mirror of you. So what do you want to see in the mirror? All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much.
1 minute. Hold on. A couple of people, please stay in the meeting. I want to speak with you. One is Neeti and the other one is Guru Nandan.
क्यों change कर दिया?
क्या change कर दिया? Neeti, who all you want to keep in? Guru Nandan has left already. So that means, is it only going to be you and others are free to leave the meeting?
Sir, Rashmi ji is there.
Yeah, Rashmi can stay. There's a particular topic we want to talk about, so others are not. Thank you, Sagar. Yeah, all others can leave the meeting.
You're still recording,